First lesson we have learned about the maps and diagrams. Okay, the maps and diagrams, what all things we have learned? Do you remember? We have learned types of maps, sketches, plan, then different diagrams. We have learned, and in this class we are going to learn about the elements of a map. Before learning about the elements of a map, what is these elements and what is the use of these elements? See, when we see the map, without the elements there is of no use of map. We cannot use the map, we cannot understand the map. Okay, so these elements of a map also is a representation of maps. The elements represents what the map actually is. Okay, there are 5 elements of a map. How many elements of the map? 5 elements are there. What are they? That we are going to learn today. The first elements of a map is a title. Okay, what's the first element of a map? It's a title, map title. In every map, I already told you there are different types of maps are there. Political map is there, thematic map is there, physical map is there. Okay, so when we say political map, physical map, thematic map, what it shows? Actually, that is the title. Okay, this title shows what the map actually is. What is it about? Okay, it says about the topic of a map. What title says? Title says a topic of a map. So the first element is a title. The second element of a map is the scale. Okay, what is the second element of a map? Second element of a map is the scale. Now we have learned in the previous class what is scale. In the previous class we have learned there is 2 types of scale. What is there? Small scale map and large scale map is there, that we have learned in the previous class. Okay, so now we have to understand what is scale. What is scale? Scale is a ratio between 2 places. Okay, for example, if you want to measure 2 places, we have to use scale. So map is the ratio between the 2 places on the map and also on the ground. In the previous lesson, you have learned large scale and small scale. Okay, large scale map helps us to draw or find out the small area in a large scale map. Okay, and the small scale map is used to show the large area. Okay, and so the map scale is the ratio between 2 places. Okay, the ratio between 2 places on the map and actual distance on the ground. We cannot show the actual distance on the map. So that should be shown in a ratio pattern, ratio wise. Is it? When we say scale, there are 3 types of scales are there. Okay, how many types of scales? 3 types of scales. What is the 3 types? The first types of scale is linear scale. And the second one is representative fraction. Okay, the third one is verbal scale. What are the three types of scales? The first one is verbal scale, second one is linear scale, third one is representative fraction. Okay. Now, what is verbal scale? What is verbal scale? Verbal scale is always there are two things are there in the verbal scale. The first one is the verbal scale is always noted in number. Okay, verbal scale is always noted in number or units. Okay, number or unit. For example, 1 centimeter. Is equal to 5 kilometers. In this way, we can see the verbal scale. How the verbal scale is pointed out. Okay, the verbal scale is always noted in number or units. For example, 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers on the ground. Did you understand? The second scale you are going to see is linear scale. In linear scale, it will be drawn in a straight line. Okay, how the linear scale is drawn? It will be drawn in a straight line, and this will be divided into centimeters. Okay, the straight line is divided into centimeters. So the each division is considered as 1 centimeter. Okay. On the map it will be 1 centimeter, but the actual distance is 50 kilometers on the ground. Okay, 1 centimeter each division is 1 centimeter. What's the distance, actual distance of 1 centimeter on the ground? It is 50 kilometers. Okay, when it comes in the last centimeter, this again will be divided into 2. So here the 1 centimeter will be divided as 5 millimeters. Okay, 5 millimeters. In this way, the linear scale will be divided. Do you understand, children? The last scale is the linear fraction. Okay, what's the last type of the scale? Representative fraction. In representation or representative fraction, it will be divided as the fraction wise. Okay, for example, the actual distance of a map, distance on the map divided by actual distance on the ground. Okay, so in representative fraction, how it will be measured? The distance on the map is divided by actual distance on the ground. For example, the numerator will be always 1, okay, but the denominator will be 50,000. How we will do this one? For example, 1. It can be taken as 1:5000 kilometers. Did you understand, children? Okay, this is representative fraction. So, what all the things you have seen? What all the elements you have seen? Title you have seen. You also have seen scale. Okay. Title talks about the topic of the map. Okay, for example, political map. You can say physical map. Okay, and the second one is scale. Scale is the ratio between the distance on the map and the distance on the ground. Okay, 3 types of scale you have seen: verbal scale, linear scale, and the representative fraction. Okay, what the linear scale says? Linear scale, it will be in the straight line, and it will be divided into different divisions. Okay, for each section, how many centimeter will be there? For each section, 1 centimeter will be there. This 1 centimeter will be taken as 50 kilometers on the ground. Okay, and the verbal scale always noted in numbers, units. Okay, for example, 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers on the ground. And representative fraction, it will be numerator will be there and denominator will be there, and numerator will be 1 and the denominator will be 50,000. When you take it as 1 is 5000 kilometers. Did you understand, children? The next thing you are going to learn is directions. Okay, direction. We know that there are 4 important directions are there, is it? What are the 4 important directions? Yeah, east, west, north, south. Okay, what are the 4 important directions? North, south, east, and west. When you see the map, in the map, all these 5 elements will be given. Okay, because these elements helps us to understand the map better. Okay, and how this direction will be given on your map. See, there is a mark like this. Okay, in every map, direction will be given. Okay, and it will be given like this. There is an arrow mark with writing N. It denotes north direction. Okay, and when we see, there are There are 4 important directions. Okay, north, east, south and west. See, these four directions are called cardinal directions. What we call these directions as cardinal directions. Okay. So, these cardinal directions Okay. These cardinal directions again subdivided into intermediate directions. Okay. These cardinal directions are subdivided into intermediate directions. Okay. See, between north and east, we call it as northeast. Okay. And between east and south, we call southeast. Did you understand? Between north and east, what we call? Northeast. Between east and south, we call southeast. Okay. Between north and west, we call it as northwest. Northwest. Okay, and between west and south we call southwest. Did you understand, children? See, again these 8 intermediate directions are subdivided into different directions. For example, between northeast and east, we call it as northeast. Okay, between north and northeast we call northeast. Between north and east we call northeast. Okay, and between south and southeast we call southeast. Okay, between south and east we call southeast. Okay, again the same here. Here also the same. Did you understand, children? So in this way the directions are divided. Okay. So off away between north and east is subdivided into north, northeast, and in the south, southeast, and in the northwest, northwest. Okay, and here the southwest. Did you understand, children? Now we are going to learn how to measure the direction. Okay, how if you are traveling somewhere. Okay, we do not know in which direction we are going. Okay, how will you measure or how will you understand in which direction you are going? Okay, see, you should understand in a stopwatch. Okay, there will be a needle. Okay, this needle always point out the north direction. Okay, in which direction this stopwatch pointed out? It points out always the north direction. So with the help of that watch, you should understand in which direction you are going. Did you understand, children? See, how to measure direction. For example, there is two places. Okay, the first place you can take it as X. Okay, X is one place and Y is another place. Okay, how will you identify or how will you find out in which direction X is located? Okay, so to understand that, what we have to do, we have to draw a straight line. Okay, and we have to connect X and Y. Did you understand? After connecting, what we have to do, you have to draw a vertical line and a horizontal line in Y. Okay, what you have to do, you have to draw a horizontal and vertical line. Horizontal and vertical line. Okay, so what you have to do, what it shows the north direction. Okay, keeping this, you understand, this is your east, this is your south, and this is your west. Okay, so how will you measure where this X is located? It is located in the southeast part of Y. Okay, how will you find out? You will find out X is located in the southeast part of Y. Did you understand, children? Now, how will you measure? You have learned about 3 types of scales, is it? Now, how will you measure curved places and uncurved places? Okay, there are different methods are there. There are different methods are there to measure. Okay, you have learned 3 types of scales. Once again, what are the 3 types of scales? Verbal scale, linear scale, and representative fraction. Okay, you have learned in the previous class to draw map and plan. You have to use scale, is it? Now, there are different methods are there. Okay, for example, 2 different methods are there for measuring the places. What are the 2 different methods? The first method is divider method. And the second one is twine method. Okay, you know, curved place. For example, globe is a curved representation of Earth, is it? See, in divider method, how will you use divider? How will you measure the place? For example, to measure the straight area, straight features, you have to use the divider method. Okay, and the curved region, for example, river, bridges, okay, and areas where roads. Okay, to measure all these things, what you have to use? You have to use the twine method. In twine method, how will you measure? For example, you have to take a twine and keep it on the surface of the future, whether it is a river or a road. What you have to do? You have to measure the distance using that twine, and what you have to do after measuring using the twine from one end to another end of the future, you have to take the twine and you have to measure it in the scale in inches. Okay, so with that, with the help of the twine, you can measure the curved areas. Okay, and with the divider method, how will you do the divider method? See, when you take the divider, you have to keep the divider in 1 or 2 centimeters apart. After keeping that, you have to turn the divider continuously again and again. Okay, and how many turns you take, okay, that should be measured on the scale. So with the help of that, you can understand the length of the future, how many distance or how much it long, okay, how many kilometers length. Did you understand, children? So today you have learned about 3 important elements of the map. The first one is the title, and the second one is scale, and the third one is direction. There are 2 more elements are there. The next one is legends and keys, and the fifth one is colors, signs and symbols. Okay, these legends, it helps us to understand the map more. Okay, for example, the legend will be given on the top of the map, and with the help of the legend, we can understand what type of road is there in particular areas. Okay, and what type of bridge or what type of vehicle is moving in along the particular area, how is the communication is done in a particular area. These all things can be understood with the help of legends. Okay, and the colors also, the colors, signs and symbols also helps us to understand a particular region. Okay, for example, different colors you have learned in the previous class: green, white, blue, black, yellow. Okay, so this green color shows the woodland or forest area, and the yellow color shows the cultivated region. With the help of these things, we can understand better about the map. Did you understand, children? Here we end the class today. We will see in the next class. Thank you.